Up next. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in. And a look at the injury situation. A lot of bodies absent for this team tonight, including a big name. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Aldridge out there with Jordan. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Harden in at the 2. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. 2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. Here's Holiday following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And Holiday, here we go. And Jordan sends it back.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
Hey, right here. And here's Harden. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. The dish to Aldridge.
Sometimes that's all you can do.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
You know, players like Aldridge are a little bit of a diminishing breed in the NBA, a master in the low post with all sorts of ways to score in the paint.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Holiday, that's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Irving looking over the floor. Jordan high post. That one no good. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Harden outside. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Nets passing it around. Nobody near Irving. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Irving's got 7 points in the game. Outside Holiday to the middle. And that one's good by Lopez.
The heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Harden against Holiday. And the jam by Harden.
Whenever Harden sprints inside, man, I love it. Has so many ways he can finish near the basket.
Here's DiVincenzo. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Portis, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, here is Irving. 7 points in the game. Jordan. That one misses. Great D that time from Portis.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them. There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, here's Jordan. The kick out to Irving. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Irving's got 11.
Boy, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
Forbes the pass to Portis. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And now the fast break, Irving with the ball. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Aldridge is checked in. Here is Forbes following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. Here's Portis. Middleton trying to break free. Rebound, Brooklyn. Here we go, one-on-one. There's the lob to Aldridge. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And that one is stuffed right through.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
Holiday gets the bucket.
An intense competitor. It's clear that Holiday enjoys going hard at the defense and finishing on it.
Irving dishes to Aldridge. Out to Harris. He gets it up. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Brooklyn. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looked.
I think the most important lesson that I got.
All part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Nets?
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Portis is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Holiday. And it's Connaughton in at the three, the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Harden against Antetokounmpo. Pass to Luwawu. Clock at 2. Here's Aldridge. Luwawu. Aldridge trying to break free. It's good on the putback.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
And stolen by Aldridge. And they're moving it up. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. The Nets have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality they got to fill some roles, right? And You know, John Collins is a guy that's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off. Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are three names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did.
Love when Harden uses that great leaping ability to finish with power.
And Holiday kicks to Antetokounmpo. And he uses the glass on the way. Antetokounmpo's got 7.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
There's the lob into Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo seams it in.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
Harden outside. And it's Aldridge, top of the key. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. The Bucks making a switch here. Connaughton's checked in. It's the Nets now. They lead by 4. Irving kicks to Brown. Back to Irving. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Milwaukee making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. For Milwaukee, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Ball's knocked loose. Tucker, the pass to Middleton. Here's Connaughton. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. And Jordan sends it back. In transition, here come the Nets. The shot by Irving. Rebounded by Tucker. Bucks trail by 4. And Middleton the bucket on the assist from Tucker. Middleton's got his first points of the night.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Goes back up. Jordan kicks to Irving. And there's the pass to Claxton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. 5 to shoot. Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. Here's Middleton. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Outside Irving. Pass to Claxton. Now here is Irving. Misses the 3. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And Brooklyn making a change here. Green's checked in. The Bucks have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Now here's Tucker. No points in the game yet for him. Lopez finds Antetokounmpo. Middleton outside. 6 on the shot clock. And again, the Bucks miss. And it's Harris with the ball for the Nets. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Brown's got his first points of the game.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
Now Tucker. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificed.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings
Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 13 points and 1 rebound. And that.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for Brooklyn now, they've got Green, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Harris, and it's Claxton in at the center. And the basket by Harris.
You know, knocking down the three, guys, that's one of the premier three-point gunners in the NBA, Joe Harris.
Giannis passes to DiVincenzo. Back to Giannis. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Antetokounmpo's got 13.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Bucks trail by 4. Outside Holiday. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Blake Griffin subbed in for Green. Harden scanning the floor. Dishes it to Jordan. And Harris wide open. He shoots. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
Pass to Middleton. Takes the 3. A rebound by the Nets.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Remarkable speed in transition from Harden, sprinting ahead of everybody, putting himself in a great spot there.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Middleton. And Griffin sends it back. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And Harden with the stuff.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Then for the Nets, Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for Irving. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league. And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Nice shot by Portis.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide-open man and dropping the dime.
To the wing right side. Back to Harden. It's Brown on the wing. The Nets working the ball around now. Luwawu. The offensive rebound. And then slammed in by Jordan.
Boy, Jordan's still going up. Man, he's been lighting up arenas for over a decade and still major bounce.
And he gets the bucket. Portis has got 4 this quarter.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's Harden. 1:41 left in the third quarter. Stolen by Tucker. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Harden. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Harden's got the lead up to 9 now for Brooklyn. To the paint. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, good job to take it right after.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Then for the Nets, LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And Irving subbed in for Luwawu Cabarrot.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
Here is Forbes, guarded by Harden. Portis. And again, the Bucks miss.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their league. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard. Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Here's Tucker. And just miss after miss right now. Nets leading by 14. At the elbow, Irving. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. And that's 15 points for Kyrie Irving. The Bucks have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Offensive rebound. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for the Nets. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Irving with the ball. 15 points in the game. Aldridge kicks to Irving. This is his second trip to the line in this one. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo with the basket.
And a deep three from Irving. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
Well, they love to see that kind of defense from Forbes, working hard at all aspects of his game.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jeff Green. Harris outside. The pass to Claxton. Left side, Brown. 6 to shoot. Outside, Aldridge. Fires for 3. And no good. The Bucks go the other way with it. And here we go. Giannis heading to the hoop.
And it's easy to see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight. He can flat out dominate games at times.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Irving passes to Brown. And here's Harris from the arc. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Harris has got 9 points here in the second half. Rick, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people you know has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
And here is Harris. In the corner, Harden. Here is Harris. Irving kicks to Harden. The kick out to Irving. Harden the pass to Claxton. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Nets lead by 15.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Nets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Holiday against Irving. Harris outside. No good on the 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Middleton kicks to DiVincenzo. Launches a 3. Middleton can't get it to go.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Harden. Harris outside. From deep three-point range. It's hauled in by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound in this one.
You've really got to tag Middleton in transition so you have a chance to get in front of him. You know, his speed and athleticism, a lot to deal with if you aren't concentrating on getting back.
Harden against DiVincenzo. It's Harden with the drive. Gets number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
But when you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal in the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Chris Middleton. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nets. DiVincenzo against Harden. Through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Nets.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for James Harden.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
Harden draws the double out to the right wing. Shot clock at 3. There's the 3. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
And Holiday, here we go. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution.
And the Nets with possession here. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. Let's check out the injury report. 5 players unavailable tonight.
5 players scratched from the game. If you're one of the healthy players, you're going to get all you can eat.
So the next starting 5. We've got Irving. Green is out there with Jordan. Then there's Harris. And it's Harden in at the point guard. And for the Clippers, they've got Jackson. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2 guard. Now here's Harden. Stolen by Zubac. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul.
That's something you hate. You're trying to come in with an aggressive mindset, and that early foul could take you right out of it.
Here's George. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. George has got the game going here with the first basket for the Clippers.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Here's Jackson. James Harden picking up that last basket. Jackson with it. Outside Leonard. Stolen by Harden. Leonard with the steal. Stolen by Harden. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harden's got his second basket.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives. And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything from PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game. One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
On the wing, Batum. Jackson kicks to George. Here's the 3. The Clippers rebound. Puts up a 3. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Showing off his range. Wow, Paul George can hurt you from anywhere on the floor.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Harden against Leonard. Jordan trying to free himself up. Harden's shot is good. Harden's got 6.
Do you see the game plan is working already? 4 straight makes to start this one.
Harris against Leonard. Kicks it to Jackson. And here's George for 3. No good on that one. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Stolen by Jackson. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. Brooklyn making some changes. Marcus Aldridge has checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Count it. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the 2 guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I'd throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
The Clippers shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws. And as great a player as LaMarcus Aldridge is, at times his defense can be a concern, only getting tougher for him as he ages.
LaMarcus Aldridge, GA, will be able to score forever. Defending pick and rolls, keeping up with mobile bigs, that's a problem right now later in his career. Limiting minutes and picking up matchups might be the best way to disguise this.
Here's Rondo, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Batum dishes to George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
The Nets making a switch here. Griffin's checked in.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Irving looking for an opening. And it's off the back rim, no good.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
And that one's good, Leonard.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
Irving attacking. Tries again. That one drops for him. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
George with no one around. The three-pointer, no good. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nets out in front, leading by just 1. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Rajon Rondo is out there with Kennard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Oturu in at the center position. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Connects from three-point range.
A knockdown shooter with excellent range. Kennard gives your offense the floor spacing it needs.
Outside Irving. He feeds it to Griffin. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Griffin's got his first points in this one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Rondo against Irving. Rondo kicks to Morris. Here's Kennard. Count that one. Kennard's got 5 points in the quarter.
With good size for a two-guard, Luke Kennard can finish in the paint.
Outside Irving. Brown outside. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Marcus Morris picks one up there. Jackson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. James Harden, he's checked in for the Nets. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 3. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Harden, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
The Nets shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
We've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Brooklyn leading by 4. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far.
I mean, how many spots on the floor is Harden not effective from? I'll tell you, not many.
they've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Jackson gets it to go.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Outside for Griffin. Inside, here's Claxton. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You know, Blake Griffin, he gives you a little bit of everything offensively. Terrific court awareness.
Now, here's Kennard. He's tightly guarded. Jackson passes to Oturu. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Oturu's got his first basket of the night, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nets. Harris comes in for Bruce Brown. On the wing, Harden. He's covered by Leonard. Harden, no good. Clippers trail by 4. Here's George. Makes it off the glass. George has got 9.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
Harden surveying the D. And the jam by Harden.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Zubac has got his second bucket of the night.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
That's to Luwawu. Out to Harris. Here's Luwawu, guarded by Jackson. Clock at 6. The 9-foot shot. Empty that time from Leonard.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
I'll tell you what, when Kawhi knifes his way to the rim, it's next level.
Harden outside. Pass to Luwawu. Leonard with the steal. Goes up. It's good. Leonard's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
You see, that is just rude. Kawhi picks it, triggers the fast break. See ya.
And a close game so far. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period. That's all for now.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got DeAndre Jordan, Harden out there with Joe Harris. And there's Green, and it's Luwawu in at the 3 slot. From deep, George buries the long-range jumper. George has got the first basket of the second half here for the Clippers. Here is Harden. To the paint. Here's Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Knocks down the 3 ball. George has got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Harden against Leonard. Green kicks to Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Back to Leonard. Good work there as it goes.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Here's George, and contact on the shot. So, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Irving drives in. Basket, good. Irving's got 10 points in the game.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
Outside, George. Bucket is good. George has got the lead back up to 6 now for the Clippers.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
And here is Irving. He's got 10. Six on the shot clock. From 12 feet out. Kennard with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 6. From deep, George. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. The 3-ball. George, no good. Nets trail by 6. Irving with the ball. George picks him up. Irving passes to Harris. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the 3rd. George finds Morris. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. And it's Blake Griffin in for Nicholas Claxton. And Coffey gets it to go. And now it's a 10-point Clipper lead.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Here's Irving. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Kennard on the wing. 46 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Nets trail by 8. On the wing, Irving. He's covered by Rondo. Irving against Rondo. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Can you believe that move? That is power. That is grace. That is awesome.
Brooklyn making some changes. Green comes in for Joe Harris. And it's James Harden in for Kyrie Irving. 29 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Rondo looking around. Passes it to Kennard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. He can't get it to go. And here's Brown outside. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Kennard is out there with Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Oturu in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
And that's an intentional foul. So both teams changing it up here. Now, here is Harden. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
One of the great rebounders in this league. When Jordan does score, this is often how it happens.
Here's George. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Harden dishes to Irving. And the layup's good off the glass.
I mean, he has great body control. Then you see him finish the drive with contact. Woo! Kyrie is special.
George looking over the floor from outside the arc. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his 3rd triple since halftime.
Harden against Leonard. Harden the pass to Jordan. The kick out to Irving. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. Clippers leading by 4. Outside, George. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Here's Zubac. Outside, George. Leonard with no one around. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Nets have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Irving can't get it to go. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. They've led by as much as 10. Jackson has the open look. It's good from long range. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
And Harden launches it from deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Harden's got 5 points in the quarter. Outside, George. There's the pass to Zubac. Puts one up from 19. That one wide left. Nets trail by 4. Here's the teardrop. It's good on the putback.
A seasoned vet with lots of playoff experience, Jordan remained calm under pressure.
George up top. He's covered by Irving. Harris against Leonard. Batum trying to break loose.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Here's Harden. Excellent D there from George.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
They get the rebound. Pass to Jackson. Back to George. Shot clock at 6. Second shot opportunity, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's It's a 6-point Los Angeles lead.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
And the rejection by Zubac. Outside Batum. Now Leonard. Another shot. There's Jackson with the three. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. George passes to Zubac. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And the technical free throw is good.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
Lets the three fly. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Irving for three. Harden kicks to Irving. And again, it's the Nets missing. So the Clippers with the win. Probably a little... Welcome to the weekend, everybody. DA.
Well, guys, I'm very familiar.
He's certainly come a long way, DA. Thanks. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Harris. Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Green. And it's Jordan in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Powell in at the three, the small forward. Now here's Harden. Right side, Jordan shoots over Nurkic, and the shot is long.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Powell finds McCollum. And both these teams rely on low post offense, Doris, in a size-on-size matchup. What can make the difference?
Well, smart passing is one of the keys, Kevin. You have to be able to enter the ball into the low post in a way that puts that big in a position to score it. The ball's got to be moving. Can you get it side to side and get the ball inside at the appropriate time? What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Second chance shot, fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr. Jordan. We see you working out there.
The Nets shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
First quarter, just over a minute played. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Lillard with it. Now Green defending. Takes it out to Covington. Over Harris. Covington's shot is off. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And, Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Harden against Powell. Harden the pass to Jordan. Nurkic with the steal. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. We've seen a quick start here for the Nets. Here's Harden. Powell pulls it in.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Powell. He can't hit that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Woo-hoo, Kyrie Irving doing work with the pass. That's pretty.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Lillard surveying the D. McCollum outside.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Here is Harden. Pass to Green. Now here is Irving. Over McCollum. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Wow, how about the reach of DeAndre Jordan? That looked darn near impossible.
Lillard outside. The pass to McCollum. Launches it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McCollum's got 5 now.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Harden against Powell. Count that bucket.
Inside, outside. Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Lillard outside. Passes to Covington. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Brooklyn with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Harden scanning the floor. Jordan kicks to Harden. Shoots over Powell. Harden, no good.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
McCollum dishes to Powell. Harris outside. The Nets working the ball around now. Powell inside. Guarded by Harris. And the dunk by Powell.
This is Powell at his best. In attack mode, he is hard to stop.
Powell against Harden. To the middle. Puts it up from 12. There's the triple. For 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
And Lillard kicks to Covington. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Irving for 3, and that one released in time, but no good. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Nets. They lead. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping.
I think in the past, anytime I got into a rhythm and had a big game, the next game I would be like, I don't want to come out and try to force it to happen again. You know, I just kind of let the game.
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Anthony is out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Simons. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Simons, the pass to Lillard. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. To the left side wing. Just 5 on the clock. Kanter trying to free himself up. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist from Jones.
Outstanding handles from the clever guard. Lillard crafty with it in his hand and can create for anybody.
Here's Irving. And foul on the shot. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
First one falls for.
I think you know that Kyrie Irving has such great love and passion for the game of basketball. This guy is on fire to get better. You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Pass to Simons. Back to Jones. Out to the right wing. Pass to Kanter. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. Oh, Griffin in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
I feel like they could execute this play in their sleep. Griffin, one of the premier alley-oop finishers in the league.
Here's Simons. And that one is off. Some solid defense from Brown. Irving with a clean look. And it's off from three-point range. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Jones. Griffin with some nice D. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Aldridge. The kick out to Brown. And Kanter pulls it down.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
Giles, that's good.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
The Nets have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Irving looking for an opening. The pass to Aldridge. Fires it up. The shot is good off the backboard. Aldridge has got his first bucket in this one.
A favorite spot of Aldridge's. He likes to operate as close to the rim as possible.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And here is Irving. He's got 8. At the elbow, Griffin. Back to Irving. The 3. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Irving's got 11 points.
Oh, no defense right there for that shot from Irving. Released so quick, especially off the pass.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's Portland now. Jones dishes to Cantor. Jones kicks to Cantor. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Simons. He's covered by Brown. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Jones up top, defended by Griffin. Shot clock at 5. Shoots a 3. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Cantor. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Irving passes to Aldridge. Back to Irving. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Down low. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Irving for 3. That one's not going to go. And some good action to the... Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the end. Brooklyn came out looking very confident. They had the pieces in place for a nice stretch. And
we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Harden out there with Brown. Then there's Harris. Then there's Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the power forward position. Back to Covington. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. The lead is 2. And Harden with the stuff.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen him.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
The deep 3 from Harden. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Covington wide open. He fires. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Covington with the steal. Kicks it out to McCollum. And taken away by Brown. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Brown. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Portland again missing.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. The Nets also changing it up. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Green in for Nicholas Claxton. Harden dishes to Jordan. That shot missing. Great D that time from Nurkic. McCollum finds Anthony.
You know, that's part of any great scorer's arsenal. The ability to create contact and get to the line.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots. So he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. McCollum, no good. Nets leading by 5. Green, left side. Harden outside. Off target with his 3. Portland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Chalk up 2 there. Powell's got his second bucket.
Well, this guy very capable of capitalizing close to the rim. Norman Powell making an impact inside.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Enes Kanter's checked in for the Trailblazers. Jones comes in for Damian Lillard. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Luwawu is checked in for Bruce Brown. With a step back, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Well, the more Norman Powell makes these shots, the more confidence he gains, the more of a problem he becomes.
Harden finds Harris. To the inside. Green. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Harden the pass to Jordan. Yes! And the foul. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Well, you're having a tough time trying to tie down DeAndre Jordan. This guy is a powerful force who knows how to convert.
Simons, he's checked in for Portland.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Giles comes in for Kanter. And Robert Covington subbed in for Carmelo Anthony. Nets passing it around. Harden has a wide open look. Drops in the tray. Harden's got 9 points here in the second half.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
Passes it to Covington. Feeds it to Jones. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Boy, the wingspan of DeAndre Jordan. This guy sends it back with a message.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Some changes for Brooklyn. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. And Irving subbed in for Luwawu Cabarro. Pass to Aldridge. Jones against Harris. Here's Harden. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Robert Covington picks one up.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
McCollum against Irving. McCollum kicks to Giles. Three-pointer. The shot, no good. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Nets up 7. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Nets leading by 7. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jones in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Claxton the pass to Harden. Yep, that one goes. Harden's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Three-pointer, Lillard. They get it back. Cantor kicks it out to Lillard. Tries again. Back to Cantor. To the middle. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Norman Powell's checked in for the Trailblazers. And the Nets also making a change. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Now Harden. Down low. And Aldridge slams it in.
And we know about Harden's scoring abilities, but his team heavily relies on that vision and playmaking as well.
Lillard from outside. A rebound by the Nets. Aldridge has got 5 rebounds tonight. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's McCollum.
That's the kind of take charge attitude they want CJ to have. Attack the D at every opportunity.
Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great play. They throw good. McCollum.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Outside Irving. Harden against Powell. And Harden with the stuff.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Harden against Lillard. That shot off the mark. Aldridge with some nice D. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan, he's checked in for Aldridge. And it's Green in for Blake Griffin. The 3 from Harden. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Powell, the pass to Nurkic. Out to Anthony. Lays it up and banks it in.
That face-up game of Carmelo is a problem. The quick release or attack the rack, forget about it.
Harden with it. Fires from deep. Kept alive. A second chance effort. On the wing, Harris. Back to Harden. The tray. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harden's got 7 now in this quarter.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
And that one's good. Lillard.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
From deep, Harden. And the Nets, another 3.
And, you know, if you score on Harden, this guy's going to take it personal. Answers right back.
Here's Lillard. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. Irving, good look. The putback, it's good on the putback. And now an 11-point Nets lead.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Nets.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for James Harden.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy, in attack mode all evening.
Now here's Irving. 5 to shoot. Nurkic with the block. And they'll keep possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Portland with the ball. They trail by 11. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. He's guarded by Johnson. Banked in off the glass.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Here's Chiosa. Beyond the arc. The shot off that time.
Well, DeAndre Jordan in the face of a defender. What a contest. Nicely done.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. And a few players on the shelf, but the big absence is someone this team is going to be missing tonight. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the center position. And looking at the Nets, they've got Green. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's Harris. And it's Jordan in at center. And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Harden with it. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. That tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
Here is Harden following the bucket by the Bucks. 6 to shoot. Jordan up top. No good from outside. And it's Milwaukee's ball. Here's the lob Antetokounmpo and stolen by Jordan. Here's Harden. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Harden against Holiday. Harden scanning the floor. On the wing, Irving. And it's out of bounds. Well, they say it was last touched by DiVincenzo.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
The Nets need to get a shot off here. Harris, no good.
his touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
And that foot injury robbing Dante DiVincenzo of much of his rookie season. But in year 2, he had a nice bounce back.
One of the things, Greg, that I think is most important for any player at any level is any time that you're hurt, you still have an opportunity from the bench to pick up some of the nuances of the game. There's no doubt that Dante did that last year, and this year has stepped in and continued to contribute to this ball club.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Marcus Aldridge has checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green, and it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden.
Kyrie shooting that kind of floater right there just makes him so much more devastating as a scorer.
Holiday goes in. Over Irving. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he finished last season right around 71% from the line, so not exactly his best percentage.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Bucks. Dak Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Now here is Holiday. Antetokounmpo inside. And he banks in the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Back to Irving. Stolen by Tucker. Middleton for 3. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Pass to Brown. Outside Irving. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Middleton outside. Here's Portis. The Bucks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Free throw, good. Portis. Some changes for Brooklyn. Griffin comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Harden in for Irving. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Chris Middleton. Harden outside. Yes, that goes in. Harden's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. There's 21 seconds left in the first. To the paint. And Portis throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Harden outside. His 3-pointers off the mark. And so it's Milwaukee bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. The shooting. Naturally a ball-dominant player. James Harden talking.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big game.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Jordan. Griffin is out there with Harris. Then there's Brown, and it's Harden in at the 1. And it's Harris with the ball for the Nets. 7-point differential. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Brown.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Here's DiVincenzo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Passes it to Portis. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That's his first foul. Green, he's checked in for Harris. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Lopez is checked in. Now, here is Harden. D right on him. Lets it go with a 3. Griffin dishes to Harden. Back to Griffin. Nets passing it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jordan kicks to Brown. And here's Harden for 3. Comes up empty here. That puts him at 3 for 6. Bucks leading by 5. Inside, here's Lopez. The putback. The rebound by Harden. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Brown wide open. He fires. And that one hits back iron. The Bucks have gone 0 of 4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Here is Forbes. He's covered by Brown. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Lopez has got the lead up to 7 now for the Bucks.
That's a battle down there. It's one of the reasons Lopez has been in this league for over a decade. Solid effort.
Brown down low. Defended by DiVincenzo. That shot by Griffin, no good. Well, the Bucks shooting 47% from the floor. Getting it done. Connaughton passes to Portis. Stolen by Harden. Fast break. Here we go. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Blake Griffin. The Bucks also changing it up. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Bobby Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Nets trail by 9. And here's Harden. He has 6. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
For 3, Middleton. The rebound by the Nets. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Stolen by Holiday. Kicks it to Lopez. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Now, Drew aggressive there, right? You could see committing to that shot, looking more than happy to rise up and fire.
It's
man, fans love it. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Harden outside. Outside Irving. Lopez grabs the board. And the pass to DiVincenzo. And out of bounds is Brooklyn gains possession.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turnover.
8 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Irving. Holiday with the block.
Yeah, get that out of there. That's all timing right there. Drew Holiday continuing hustle play.
And we've reached half. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to a tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 12 points. That's all for now.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot.
The instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Harden outside. 6 on the shot clock. Can't hit that one. Holiday with the defensive effort.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
Giannis kicks to DiVincenzo. And it's blocked by Jordan.
You can't just throw up stuff like that with DeAndre Jordan lurking around.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Good. Lopez has got 6.
Well, an outstanding floor general right there. Holiday has switched between point guard and off guard, and a great feel for when guys are open.
Pass to Jordan. Dishes it to Irving. Over Holiday. That's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Irving.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. And that one drops. DiVincenzo's got his first points of the game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another. Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Nets trail by 8. Outside Irving. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And how about that beautiful display for us of DeAndre Jordan and that wingspan getting to that ball.
1 1:58 left in the third quarter. And Portis throws it down.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Milwaukee making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Pass to Portis. Here's Connaughton, guarded by Harris. And that one's good from Connaughton.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Stolen. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. .127 left in the third quarter of the game. Forbes the pass to Portis.
So big and instinctive, Aldridge does a great job of getting in position to contest that shot.
Here's Harris. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And he hit 72% of his foul shots a season ago, but I'm not sure he's real thrilled with those numbers.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. They trail by 11. Right side Aldridge. Pass to Chioza. The kick out to Aldridge. Here's Jordan. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Jordan's got 4 points in the quarter.
Not allowing the defense to cover him or alter his shot there was DeAndre Jordan getting to the rim.
Now the pass to Forbes. Down low. It's tipped and stolen by Aldridge. Irving drives in. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
You got to stay in front of Kyrie Irving at all times. Yeah, I said it here from the sidelines. Try doing it out there on the floor.
Got a piece of it and stolen by Jordan. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Griffin's checked in for Aldridge. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jordan. And it's Bruce Brown in for Kyrie Irving. And Connaughton has it in the corner. Here is Forbes. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Five seconds left in the third quarter. Back to Harden. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Bucks ahead, up by 5. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. We've got Brown. He's out there with Harden. Griffin is out there with Joe Harris. And it's Claxton in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Goes up to the stripe. That shot misses. And Milwaukee will come the other way.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. So it'll be Giannis Antetokounmpo shooting. It's going to be on James Harden. And Brooklyn making a change here. Irving's checked in. That's good from Antetokounmpo.
Well, a little bit each year, Giannis gets fouled at a higher and higher clip. That shows about how much more aggressive and how much more confident and how much more usage he's had through his first few seasons.
And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Harris's shot is off. Bucks leading by 10. Griffin with the steal. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
They've gotten careless, Kevin, no doubt about it, with their turnovers in the second half.
Lopez, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Harden against Holiday. And Griffin sends it back.
Great to see Griffin going hard on the defensive end. Rejections like that are crucial to his development.
From deep, Giannis. Brooklyn with the rebound. Left side, Irving. Harden kicks to Griffin. In the corner, Irving with it. And stolen by DiVincenzo. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Hammers the alley-oop through.
A big who can score from anywhere. Lopez is a tough guy to track defensively.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That'll be his second foul of the game. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. And the rejection by Giannis. Blocked again.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame. A smart block, if you will.
Milwaukee leading by 10. Now Holiday. Here's Middleton, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. 7 points for Chris Middleton. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Irving can't hit.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
From deep, Giannis. Griffin grabs the board. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. A 12-point game. And Griffin slams it in.
Well, Griffin good at timing when it is that he leaks out a huge target on the fast break.
Holiday against Harden. Here's Lopez. The kick out to Holiday. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And Holiday kicks to Giannis. To the inside. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Clock at 4, and Drew Holiday. The bucket on the assist from Antetokounmpo. And the Bucks lead by 16.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Bucks.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
58 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Lays it up off the glass.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
Now here's Giannis. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Kicks it down to Middleton. Giannis right side. Second shot opportunity. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's his first foul.
Just got a little ahead of himself going for that rebound and gets whistled for the over-the-back.
Yeah, just might have to take it down a notch there. Don't like the result of the foul. I like the tenacity, just not the foul.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. To the paint. Here's Connaughton. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the result.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. And here were the Clippers arriving earlier, getting mentally prepared to go to work on the road. Find a few injuries here between the two teams. 5 players out tonight.
5 players scratched from the game. If you're one of the healthy players, you're going to get all you can eat.
And the Clippers starting 5. We've got Reggie Jackson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubats in at the 5, roaming the paint. And looking at the... that was a strong toe!
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lesson. But you're right. He's got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding. Always a threat on the drive. Irving has an explosive first step.
Outside, George. And George with the stuff.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
It's Harden with the drive. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Well, I like the understated focus that Harden brings to the table. Despite getting knocked around, his concentration allows him to play through the bumps.
Free throw good, James Harden. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a three-point game. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Leonard on the wing. And yes, it's good.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
Brooklyn with the ball. Harden dishes to Jordan. On the wing, Irving. Back to Jordan. 13 feet away. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Irving's got his second bucket tonight.
Red hot so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
And here's George for three. Jordan with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Patterson's checked in. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And here's Harden for three. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
4 or 5 to start the game. That's their first miss.
Stolen by Jackson. Here's Batum. Finished off the break.
And, you know, Batum with that Greyhound build and stride covering ground in a hurry.
Here's Irving. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. They kick it out to Green. Lets it go from the wing. Yes! And it's Irving picking up the assist. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivals. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
George looking around. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, it's really hard to distract Paul George when he goes into a shot. I mean, even though the defense is there and made the obvious foul, doesn't seem to bother him.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green, and it's Brown in for Kyrie Irving. Brown the pass to Harden. Another shot. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
I don't think there's anybody who works harder for his points than Harden does. I mean, if he has to attack the glass to get him, he'll do that too.
The shot by George, wide open. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Nets leading by 4. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you gotta love that action.
George against Harden. Now, here's George. He's guarded closely.
And this is one of George's main strengths, a phenomenal mid-range scorer.
Harden outside. From deep. Nets with the new shot clock. Harris finds Harden. Another miss by Harden. For Los Angeles, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Throw good, Paul George.
And every single season, Paul George has kicked his game up another level. I think he's a premier two-way forward who gets it done at both ends.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And here's Harden for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Harden's got 10.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The three from Harden. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
You know, when Rondo puts this kind of effort into his...
James Harden getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
We've got Brown. He's out there with Harden. Aldridge out there with Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the 4 slot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And Harden with the stop.
Boy, Aldridge commands so much defensive attention. There's bound to be somebody open on every possession. And this time, LaMarcus finds it.
A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Way to work the glass. Buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Brown feeling it out a bit. Harden the pass to Claxton. Throws it down. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Kennard. Back to Rondo. Here's Leonard. Hits the jumper in space. Leonard's got 6.
And part of what makes Kawhi such a great player is that jump shot. You can't just worry about him attacking the basket.
Elbow shot is on the way. Buries the jump shot. Irving's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
You know, the defense has to be better. I mean, you can't give up that look.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the players, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception is the combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Harris has checked in. Stolen by George. Griffin with the steal. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Claxton the pass to Irving. And the rejection by Zubac. Claxton with the bucket. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective, is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition. And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And the pass to Irving. Clock at 6. And it's off from three-point range. And then George with the jam.
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
Here's Irving. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
DeAndre George is checked in for the Nets. And here's George for 3. A rebound by the Nets.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And he gets it to go. Irving's got 4 points this quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Yeah, nice vision that time displayed by George off the screen and roll.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. George against Irving. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
George against Harris. For the 3. And that one's good. George has got 16 points.
He can certainly stroke it from deep. The three-pointer is not a shot that George is going to pass up.
And that's it for the first half of action. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The largest lead they had was 6 in the... And that does it for our...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from George.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Batum. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3.
One of the great athletes in the league, and there are a bunch of them, but he's at the top of the list. Ferocity on that throwdown from Paul George.
Here's Harden. Pass to Jordan. Back to Harden. Batum with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. And there's Paul George on the assist by Batum. George has got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles. Irving against George. Pass to Harden. Now the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence, and I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it, just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet. Leonard inside. Harris is there.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Here's Harden. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Leonard.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Jackson gets the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't have it.
Oh, what a play!
Now, you can't sleep on this guy's finishing ability. He loves getting room to throw it down on you, and he'll put you in a poster if you let him.
Passes it to George. The pass to Zubac. Back to George. Outside Jackson. The shot's good on the assist by George. Jackson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
Green inside, defended by Batum.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's face and then go and corral that backcourt and throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Pass to Irving. From deep. Offensive rebound. And Harden on the foul.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fellas.
Jackson with it. He has 5. On the wing, George. Stolen by Harden. In transition, here come the Nets. Irving's got the ball.
Boy, that's exactly how you punish a team in transition. Kyrie getting out in front and going straight on the attack.
Clippers leading by 3. Outside, George. And George with the stuff.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Here's Harden. Pass to Irving. Back to Harden. Outside Irving. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And it's George finishing it off.
Boy, when George is this aggressive with his offense, it's a sight to behold when he gets rolling. Just get out of the way and let him have the marquee.
Harden's shot is off.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Yeah, just nice strength there and then just off with the shot.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
The Clippers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
You know, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
From deep, Harden. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Los Angeles. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a 2-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. They've got Luwawu on out there with Harden. Then there's Griffin, and it's Aldridge in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. It's stolen by Brown. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Harden.
Guys, it's hard to shake Harden off his game. He's so strong and skilled. He keeps his balance right where he needs it.
Rondo passes to Kennard. Shoots the 3. Oturu It's good on the putback. Oturu's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Harden the pass to Griffin. Empty that time from Leonard. The Clippers shooting wonderfully up to this point, 67%. And he makes that one. And now a 12-point Clipper lead.
You know, with Rondo's tenure in the league, he's been around now for over a decade and a half. He continues to give you flashes of that burst.
That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his third assist on the night.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you got to push it and push it every time.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And the Nets miss again.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And Harden is fearless. Awesome at gutting the defense and making them send them to the line. He just knows how to draw fouls and get himself to the stripe.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Leonard. Blake Griffin pulls it in.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Clippers leading by 14. Here's Mann, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And he just elevates and powers in the one hand.
Textbook.
I'm glad he didn't go overboard and try to do too much there.
Harden, no good.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Outside Leonard. Passes to Mann. Just 5 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. That 3 off the mark. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Harden. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harden's got 10 points in just the second half.
And, you know, Harden's exceptional at getting out on the break in transition. I mean, running exactly the right path and getting it done.
Left side, Leonard. And Patterson kicks to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. 16 points for Leonard.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Clippers.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Paul George.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Harden against Leonard. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. And here's Leonard from 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Harden outside. From beyond the arc and then some.
Nice to see Harden continue to expand his range. He is an absolute laser from outside.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. There below is Barclays Center and the borough of Brooklyn, where there's never a dull. And a look at the status here of both teams, injured players, and who will not be in the lineup.
They say misery loves company, and both teams now suffering with injuries. But in the end, it balances out.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Giles is out there with Nurkic, and it's Covington in at the small forward position. And looking at the Nets, we've got Irving. Green is out there with Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan, and it's Harden in at the 1. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And it's Lillard missing.
Well, you don't see that very often. A wide open 3 is usually like a layup for him.
Irving can't get it to go. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. Covington kicks to Lillard. Over Irving. Offensive rebound.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. From deep, Harden. Green passes to Harden. The shot that time, not on target. Good D by Covington. Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Gets it to go. That one good from Giles. Giles has got his second bucket of the night.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
On the wing, Harris. Back to Harden. To the middle. Here's Jordan. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Oh, no. Sloppy finish. The D was giving him the layup. He just didn't stay with it.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Harden. Good D by Covington.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Lillard. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Outside Irving. They need this, and it's good off the back rim and in. Irving's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And the feel Irving has for the mid-range game, effective at working this area of the court.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Good on the triple.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Moving against Nurkic. Irving misses. Portland leading by 9. Covington passes to Giles. Over Harden. And again, it's Portland converting.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
There's 1:38 left to play in the first quarter. Outside, Green. Jordan up top. Outside, Irving. Back to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
This is what a leader does. Irving, good at sharing the wealth and getting his teammates going.
Lillard looking around. And there's the feed to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Harris heading to the hoop. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Harris.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Lillard way outside. Brooklyn with the rebound. And here we go. Brooklyn fast. Wow, hammering it in.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Here's Lillard, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Green. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Harry Giles. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Powell in for C.J. McCollum. Irving dishes to Jordan. Excellent D from Kanter.
He struggles with his finishes sometimes. I mean, it's kept him from being an elite player.
The Trailblazers shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And he knocks down the first one. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Now Irving. From deep three-point range. And so it's Portland going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've been playing some... Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing when it comes to development.
I think it comes from being a...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
And now they got to find a way to keep it going, keep growing that lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got LaMarcus Aldridge. Joe Harris is out there with Griffin. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Brown in at the 2. Trailblazers leading by 10. Here's Lillard, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Powell, the pass to Kanter. Pass to Anthony, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Nets shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Griffin, and then Griffin with the dunk.
What an intelligent play. I mean, solid execution. Irving coming off the pick. Very difficult to defend.
And Blake Griffin, the combination of power and agility, that guy is a handful inside.
Yeah, G.A., he can finish with either hand. He favors that right block, and he's got an array of moves down there to keep you guessing.
Steps back and fires. Aldridge finds Brown. Irving from long range. Drills the three-pointer. Irving's got 7 points.
Oh, look, what a confident shooter Irving is. He looks so calm and collective. Whenever he rises and fires like this.
Lillard with no one around. Portland no good that time either.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
Passes it to Griffin. Taken away by Anthony. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Trailblazers have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. So for the Nets, Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Harden in for Irving. Simons, he's checked in for Portland. And here's Harden. And there's the pass to Luwawu. Back to Harden. It's stolen by Jones. One-on-one fast break. Powell, the pass to Jones. Powell, Cantor trying to free himself up. Great positioning on the putback. He's got 6.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Harden the pass to Griffin. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Griffin's got 4 points in the quarter. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that, more than anything, allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
1:32 left now here in the second. Here's Simons. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Just 4 to shoot. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Here's Harden, and he uses the glass on the layup. Harden's got 6 points.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
52 seconds left to play in the first half. Anthony, the pass to Cantor. Over Aldridge. Cantor's shot is off. And here's Aldridge. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Griffin dishes to Aldridge. Round kicks to Harden. Right side, Griffin. Rebounded by Anthony. Trailblazers leading by 7. Here's Powell. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Powell's got 6 here in this quarter.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish him.
Now here's Harden. From deep. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
He's so dangerous from out there. Harden can beat you off the catch, beat you off the bounce, beat you in transition, beat you when you sleep.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the end. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 10 points and 3 rebounds. Thanks for joining us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Giles is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Simons in at the guard position. Powell with it. He's picked up by Irving, and the dunk by Powell.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. He's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Harden scanning the floor. Inside, here's Jordan. He doesn't hit that one. Excellent D from Kanter.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Harden inside the three-point line, and the Nets miss again.
the defense there got away with a major lapse.
Well, and last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. They kick it out to Green. Misses the three.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double digits assists the year they played him at point guard. And he makes you pay for sending help.
This one for three. They get it again. Pass to Simon. Powell for three. Hands it from downtown. Powell's got 5 points now this quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside, Green. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open three like that.
Simons surveying the D. From outside, off the mark. Nets trail by 15. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Pass to Canner. Here's Simons. No points in the game yet for him. Takes a three. Good D by Harden.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. A nice shot by Irving.
I love the aggressive mentality. Irving is terrific at pouncing on any available lane to the basket.
And there's a minute 45 left in the third. Takes it out to Covington. Offline with his three. Nets shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. They grab their own miss. Jordan with the bucket.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Powell against Irving. And the dunk by Powell.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Harris outside. Powell against Irving. Back to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And that's what Jordan does best. An extremely lethal dunker.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a rollout on this team.
The Nets making a switch here. Griffin's checked in. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Anthony comes in for Harry Giles. McCollum's checked in for Robert Covington. And Lillard subbed in for Powell.
I love how confident Harden looks shooting from there. He just drains those long shots.
Passes to Nurkic. 20 seconds left in the third. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. And the Trailblazers lead by 12. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Harden the pass to Harris. Jordan kicks to Harris. There's the pass to Harden. Harris outside. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Portland up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And so Aldridge will bring it up for the Nets. A 12-point game. Griffin is out there with Luwawu. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Brown. And it's Johnson in at the point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Pass to Luwawu from the arc. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. Lillard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Good on the shot.
A physical player with a large frame. Nurkic was seemingly unbothered by the contact.
Johnson with it. Outside Griffin. And he goes big with the dunk right over Robert Covington.
Hardest in the air. I mean, the elevation, the hang time, the strength of Griffin. It's amazing.
Irving's checked in for the Nets. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Little, he's checked in for Robert Covington. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Just 5 on the clock. Jones, the pass to Little. Releases. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Trailblazers lead by 16.
Well, they'll take that, but they got to find a better shot than that on their next trip.
Irving passes to Luwawu. To the paint. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
He plays with such rabid intensity. You love how hard Griffin goes at it. He's skilled at drawing the contact.
Blake Griffin hits them both. Trailblazers leading by 14. Now Lillard. Outside, Jones. Kicks to Little. Lillard from outside. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
One of the best point guards in the league at getting inside and finishing. Kyrie Irving.
Here is Lillard. McCollum outside. Pass to Jones.
Nice work to get good position inside. You just can't quite get as good a look as he wants.
And a wide open look for Irving. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Portland leading by 12. Lillard outside. 1:36 left here in the 4th quarter. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got his 4th rebound in this one. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Well, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Portland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Nurkic finds Lillard. 1:10 left in the 4th. Down low and stolen by Irving. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Terrific at just being aggressive. Aldridge excels at putting pressure on the D and getting the call.
So for the Nets, Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and James Harden has subbed in for Bruce Brown. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Harry Giles is checked in for Derek Jones, and Robert Covington subbed in for Little.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
Here's Harden, and there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Nurkic.
Oh, that's just fantastic concentration by Harden. Taking the hit like a champ, draining the shot.
So both teams making some changes here. They throw good, James Harden. 34 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Simons. To the right side. Six to shoot. Back to Nurkic. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Jordan. From deep. Harden's shot is off. And so it's Portland winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do